Because we love our favorite shows with a little extra scarlet.
Tick, 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 boom, boom, goes dynamite. Boom, boom, goes dynamite.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 redheads in TV.
But sometimes the fantasy isn't enough, is it, Jonathan?
For this list, we're looking at the best redheaded characters or personalities in all of television.
Should have took me while you had the chance.
For a more specific countdown of the hottest characters with today's hair color, or a look at red hair in the movies, be sure to check out our videos on those subjects.
You've got a lot of rules, Red.
Number 10, Willow Rosenberg, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I can't help it, Buffy. I'm sorry, I just can't.
If you don't need me, I'm gonna follow the redhead.
Allison Hannigan has been wowing in red for decades now. As Lily Aldrin on How I Met Your Mother.
This particular skank happened to work out, but she's the skanky exception, not the skanky rule.
She's had us all laughing like crazy. But it all began for this lady with Buffy, the best friend to Sarah Michelle Gellar's title character.
It does involve hanging out with me for a while.
But aren't you hanging out with Cordelia?
I can't do both.
Not legally.
Willow featured in every single Vampire Slayer show ever broadcast, a feat only shared by Buffy herself. A complex character, she's a sidekick who's ever evolving, towing the line between good, great, erratic, and evil.
Willow, just stop for a second and listen to...
We just can't take our eyes off of her.
That's nice. Have a good time.
She certainly looks perky.
Yeah, color in the cheeks, bounce in the step. I don't like it. It's not healthy.
Number 9, Mitchell Pritchett, Modern Family.
Whoa! Yes! Yes! Winner! Champion! Champion! Cam's gonna be doing drop-offs for a while.
Loving dad to his adopted child, homosexual son to an old-fashioned father, married to a man who in most ways is his exact opposite.
Redheaded dad is angry, Daddy.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
There's really no rest for this particular redhead. Mitchell's part in the Pritchett Pride is an especially important, occasionally awkward one.
Yes, my sister and I were actually a very good team. We were called Fire and Nice. I was Fire because of the red hair, and Claire was Nice because it was ironic and she wasn't.
And even when it's not, it usually takes center stage anyway. But that's never a bad thing. Mitch, along with Cam, brings a little extra melodrama to the already manic Modern Family, and that's exactly why we love him.
I am privileged to pronounce you spouses for life. You may now kiss your husband.
Number 8, Daphne Blake, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
Scooby!
Orange and purple shouldn't really go, but Daphne Blake makes it look effortless. The most stylish of those meddling kids.
Hey, what's Scooby wearing? They look like some crazy kind of glasses.
She, with her red hair, brings a little more sass to the solving of mysteries, a little more color to the capturing of bad guys, when she isn't giving Fred the romantic runaround.
Do you believe that story Mr. Chi told us?
Well, right now it's the only story we have.
She's usually teaming up with Velma for a little bit of girl power, in one way or another.
Well, we lost him.
Yeah, but we lost Daphne too.
I'm in here.
Clothed in a kaleidoscope of colors, she gets away with it too because she's a meddling kid.
Let's take this back way out.
Leave it to Daphne to pick the wrong door.
Number 7, Ginger Grant, Gilligan's Island.
Good heavens. 2 gingers.
The hair color clue is definitely in the name with our next entry. Ginger Grant proved a particularly memorable sitcom castaway in the 1960s. A movie star who thinks a little more of herself than perhaps she should. Ginger made being shipwrecked look stylish.
No wonder she's so plain and she doesn't do anything to make herself more attractive.
Behind the scenes, Tina Louise, the actress who played her, is said to have been disappointed at the negative impact the role had on her career as a whole. But in terms of redheadedness, it's right up there with the best.
I'm the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
Number 6, Ygritte, Game of Thrones.
He had red hair like me, kissed by fire.
A show that celebrates the scarlet-haired more frequently than most. Ygritte just beats Melisandre and Sansa Stark in becoming Game of Thrones' most wonderful redhead. A riveting character in George R.R. Martin's fictional world, she first appeared in the second season as a particularly feisty, flame-haired woman of the Free Folk.
I'm a man of the Night's Watch.
You're a boy who's never been with a girl.
Not prepared to kneel before a hereditary king, she lives north of the Wall, fights in Mance Rayder's army,
Give her half a chance, she'll bury it in your face.
and understands this epic power struggle more succinctly than most.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Number 5. April O'Neil, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Enough primping, April. You're on live in 20 seconds.
That's my cue, fellas.
Another animated character with apparently questionable ideas regarding color coordination, which lands on a miraculous match made in heaven.
What action? I've just got to get this whole thing on tape.
A skin-tight yellow jumpsuit is a fashion statement at the best of times, but when your hair's as red as April O'Neil's, it's a look that demands attention.
What are you, a bunch of sissies? This is gonna be fun.
A close friend and confidant to the Turtles, she's also about as sex-symbolic as a cartoon can possibly be. Cowabunga dudes, April's one attractive animation, with one hell of a haircut.
April, what is going on here?
Chief, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Number 4. Wilma Flintstone, The Flintstones.
Yoo-hoo, Fred. Fred, I'm home.
The highest-scoring carrot-topped cartoon to make today's countdown. Unlike Daphne and April, Wilma Flintstone carries her hair color a little more classically.
Ah, what's wrong, Wilma? Indians, and they're after Fred and Barney.
Typically seen in a white one-shouldered number, Wilma's crimson locks are all she needs to turn heads.
The most men. Like way out. I mean, wow, wow.
Devoted wife to the fumbling Fred and best friend to Betty Rubble, she's the loveliest of leading ladies.
Come back, you cowards! Wilma, they're getting away. Oh, don't worry. Whatever goes up sooner or later comes down, especially the fat ones.
She's Stone Age chic, but a fashion icon for the modern world as well. There is but one phrase to describe this redhead and her coif. It's a yabba dabba doo.
That does it. The hand is quicker than the eye, hey. Now get that junk out of here.
Okay, Wilma, okay.
Number 3. Amelia Pond, Doctor Who.
Loves a redhead, our naughty doctor. Has he told you about Elizabeth I? Well, she thought she was the first.
Drop it.
The Doctor doesn't dwell too much on hair color when handing out his companionship, but the most recent redheads to travel in the TARDIS have really made their mark. Catherine Tate's Donna Noble was brilliantly bossy.
Big shock. Coming up.
But she's been pipped to the podium by Amy Pond.
It's your hair. Is it your hair?
Oh, shut up. It's the glasses.
Played by Karen Gillan, this long-legged, red-headed lady of loveliness landed on the show in a sexy police girl getup.
Oi, you sit still.
And by the time she left it, she'd become a great British darling. The Doctor loved her, and so did we.
The ultimate ginger.
The ultimate ginge.
Number 2. Conan O'Brien, Conan.
You've all heard about this bullying of redheaded kids. It's something that's it's not funny. Don't snicker about that. People are like, ha ha, those freaks.
The only non-fictional redhead to make our roll call. Conan O'Brien's hair has an attractive unruliness to it.
It's my real hair.
That's cute. This is my real hair, too.
Which is also a description that might suit the man himself, the presenter of many a late-night talk show. This guy has met and mucked around with more celebrities than we'd care to mention.
Maybe going a little bit blonder. Actually, more sort of like you are now. Still red. I'm not leaving. I promise you.
And he does it all without curtailing his own character. He's fast becoming one of the more instantly recognizable individuals in all of Teleland, not least because of his locks.
She said that about being a redhead?
Yes. And
we're the most erotic people in the world.
This is...
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
So I drank your blood again.
It was either that or die.
Oh my God.
It's a promise ring.
Eric, it's beautiful.
And your wife, who they say's got her arms wrapped around someone else.
How do you resist that?
You can't.
Well, I've always wanted to see you as a brunette.
Oh, I did that once when I was 13. I couldn't change it back fast enough.
It makes me even more curious.
Number 1, Lucy Ricardo, I Love Lucy.
You want to know something, Mrs. Ricardo?
What?
I like you, too.
What?
You're just my type, Red.
Oh, no!
The title character to one of the 50s finest sitcoms, our winner in Red was played by one Lucille Ball, and was a character we all rather cared for. Lucy Ricardo, wife to Ricky and mother to little Ricky, is an all-singing, sort of, all-dancing, arguably, definitely show-stealing dynamite lady. Affectionately known as that crazy redhead by her on-screen husband, even though many episodes were in black and white, her antics have earned her top spot today. All redheads rule, but this one reigns supreme. I, she, he, they, and we all love Lucy. Do you agree with our list? Which redhead do you wish was here?
And I love your hair. We should make up a name for your hair color. We could call it like Strawberry Sunset or Ginger Maiden.
For more top 10s that wow in red published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
I am trying to figure out if redheads have more fun.
They do not.